My bad, man. For the popping, what's popping, man? So we gonna smoke this real quick. Apologize for the non-little setup. In fact, let's get some a little cool background. Let's get a background going on, background going on, background going on. Let's get a background. What's popping, y'all? $8, random. We outside, we inside, we everywhere. You know what the fuck going on this channel, man? We for real, man. It's real life folk, man. It's real life people, real life talking, real life everything, man. We don't cut to the bullshit. We just speak what's on our hearts and speak what's true, man. A lot of folk are missing out on that trueness. You understand me? So yeah, man. My bad. I apologize for the lateness, man. Apologies, man. Let the time go in, you know what I'm saying? Let's fix this. Boop, boop, boop. Just gonna take a little hit ski and then we go in and then we chat it up. You know what I mean? But what up, folk? How y'all doing? How y'all living, man? Hope everybody doing good. There's a lot to discuss, man. I definitely want to touch on jealousy, fake love, and you know what I'm saying? Mama Day, man. Mama Day Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And I hope everybody celebrates their mama in a good way. You heard? What up, folk? Let me light this up. You know what I'm saying? Sorry about the lateness, everybody. I'm gonna let everybody come in. Usual 5 minutes. It's fucking hot today. I ain't gonna lie. Apologies for the lateness, man. So sorry. It's a hot one. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? But once again, so sorry for the lateness. You know what I mean? uh just chatting with, you know what I mean. I just had to send Texas do some things for the moms. But what up, folk? What's going on, everybody? It's $8, random. Fuck going on, y'all? Talk to me, man. Habla inglés in here, man. We chilling. I hope everybody doing good. Stay positive. Stay you know what I mean. Stay within herself. And make sure you water your temple, man. Make sure you take care of yours first, then you can take care of others. You know what I mean? That's how it always trickle down. But what up, folk? Random. We outside, we inside, we everywhere, man. How y'all doing? How y'all living? I hope everybody doing good, man. You know what I'm saying? Once again, shout out to the mamas out there. Mama. You know what I mean? Sunday's gonna be a beautiful day, you know what I'm saying? For all the beautiful mamas that, raise good folk. You know what I mean? So shout out to y'all. I'm just gonna take a couple little drags and then we go inside. But yo, man, once again, I wanted to discuss jealousy, man. I saw a video, DJ Academics talking about Young Thug and how he's over here, Rich Homie Quan this, Rich Homie Quan that. Yo, when Rich Homie Quan was alive, man, you refused to do shows with that man. When Rich Homie Quan, rest in peace, was alive, man, you chose to ish on his name. You know what I mean? So a lot of you fucking fake ass rappers, man, y'all really need to go to jail, man. Y'all really need to find a place where you by yourself and you could really humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because the money making y'all talk crazy. You heard? What's going on, Christy? What up, y'all? How y'all doing, man? It's $8, baby. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the love, man. I appreciate all of you guys. I ain't gonna see you, but Christy, happy Mommy's Day. I'm doing an early, early bird that gets to the worm. You know how that go. You know what I'm saying? But yo, happy Mama's Day. And what up, everybody? What up, P. Diddy? Is he a good guy? I don't know, man. When you do things the way Diddy did it, you know what I'm saying? You're really not a good guy, man. You know what I mean? You have a lot of money, so when you get out, Diddy, you got to start doing a lot of things for the folk now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe pay Jadakiss his money back. You know what I mean? But what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. We in the crib. You know what I'm saying? I got the AC, you know what I mean, blowing. And nice show, big numbers today, sir. Let's go, Amy. How you doing, man? What's popping, everybody? I hope everybody doing good. Once again, to the mommies out there, happy Mama's Day, early, 2 days early. You're ready. I'm in the future. I came back from the past to tell y'all happy Mama's Day. You know what I mean? But what up, everybody? I hope everybody doing good. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Ethan? How you doing, pa? I won't be on live. It's all good, Ethan. How you doing? You going to Denver? Have fun, Ethan. You know what I mean? Give your mom a hug if you can. What's going on, Frank? Happy Friday, family. You know what I mean? If you don't know, my mama's born day today. You know what I'm saying? She turned a beautiful 64. You know what I mean? And I love you, mom. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. And we'll be talking today and on Sunday, Mommy's Day. But what up, everybody? I hope everybody doing good. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Stay focused, keep your antennas up, stay safe, like I always say. And what's popping, man? Let's get them likes up. Let's talk about it. I got my, you know what I mean, the ball jersey going. And I want to talk about that young thug. DJ Academics was discussing how he's over here, talking about how Rich Homie Quan is his man's and all this nonsense. Let me tell you, man, when people are alive, this is why I tell folk when they people are alive, please give them their flowers. Please give them that reverence that you care and you love them and thank God they're alive, especially if they're doing stuff for your life. You know what I mean? We always seem to uh have always all these beautiful words for people when they gone. Talk to people while we alive, man. You know what I mean? You don't want to you know, find somebody unalive and then you got to deal with that consequence. You understand me? So, give everybody their flowers and you know what I'm saying? But what up, Frank? How you doing, pa? Once again, I wanted to discuss that. And another topic I want to discuss is jealousy. We always go in and out of it. We put our, our thoughts to it and yeah, man, jealousy is growing. A lot of folk are hating. A lot of folk are pocket watching. A lot of people are more interested in you than their own lives. So we have to figure out how we could focus on ourselves and better ourselves in order. What's going on, Ocean? What's popping? How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Nene D. What up, Nene? Happy Mommy's Day, Nene. You know what I mean? Don't think I'm not. You know what I mean? But what up, Nene D? Thanks everybody for the thumbs up. We're probably gonna get that 10 ball before, you know what I mean? Hour, half hour. But yeah, man, I want to discuss jealousy. I want to discuss Young Thug bringing up Rich Homie Quan. When he was alive, Thug, you were over here slandering his name. They told you to do concerts with the man. You stopped. You literally stopped him from eating. And that's another thing that I like that Takashi 69 said because a lot of people don't understand what happens with slander. You just don't have words online. You're stopping from money going into my family's mouths. You stopping me from feeding my family. So we got to be careful how we address each other and how we talk to each other because literally we could hurt people very badly financially. And yes, the people that deserve it, they deserve it. What's going on, Ocean? What's going on, Frank? Good morning, everybody. What's poppin'? What up, Nene D? Happy Mommy's Day, Christy, Nene D. You know what I'm saying? My beautiful wife. I'm doing an early joint because Sunday I may not be. Maybe I am. Who knows? Guess the parents $8, $8, man. But man, I saw a video and I just saw a clip and it was just like I already knew this is how people do, man. Very snakish. They talk about you in a negative light as soon as you walk away. As soon as you turn your back, there's something negative about you. So why are you my friend? Just leave me alone. If you have so much negative, leave me alone before it turns into jealousy and then it turns into you killing me. What's going on, Q? BZ in the building. What's popping, Ocean? What's going on, BZ in the house? What's popping, pai? Como está, mi primo? How you doing? Hope everything good, pa. But yeah, man, no problem, Nene. You know how I do, man. You know what I'm saying? You're a good person, beautiful soul. You already, you know what I'm saying? You too, Christy. No, no, you know what I mean? To all the ladies, chorus, you know what I'm saying? You know how I give it up. You know what I mean? I ain't one of these creeps out here that every time there's a female in the room, nigga, I lose his mind. You know what I'm saying? But once again, man, jealousy. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about jealousy growing into the point of hatred where you're killing. Yo, man, is happening too much, man. When somebody's alive, just represent them if they're doing good. Let them know how much you care, how much you like the fact that they, whatever's going on. You know what I mean? We all finish this game the same, everybody. Some of us go earlier, some of us go by accident, some of us go by, you know, bad circumstances. But regardless of the fact, we all go. And you cannot take any of this with you. You cannot take any of this with you. I don't care how many times people bury with the chain on. Right before they close that, Uncle Cuz is snapping at click click. Yo, hold on. I want to say one more prayer. Yo, everybody, yo, have a great one, man. Click, 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 cling, 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 cling. I'm not saying everybody. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? But you really can't take none of it, any of it with you, man. Drinking a few before jumping on this plane. Let's go, Frank. Oh, you headed back home, pal? Today's the day. Yo, everybody wish Frank a safe trip coming home, man. But they in your face when they need money, Nene did. They in your face. They over here, yo, and then the way they talk when they want something, wow. The D Rodden, yo, they are playing the skin flute on point. I'm like, yo. And I'm not saying my personal peoples, but I've seen it. Whenever somebody wants something from somebody, they put the grand performance, Grammy nomination, so and so. Grammy nomination, El Zhergov. You know what I mean? But as soon as you lent that money, you turn your back, and then you guys have an argument. They're gonna throw that in your face. Yeah, that's why you ain't getting that 250 back. That's why. So yo, you know what? If 250 is the amount that I need to understand that, yo, let's go our separate ways, man. You have a great life. I'ma do me. You know what I mean? And that's why I tell folks to make sure you know who's in your circle. Make sure you represent yourself in a good way where people that come to you have that good energy. When you put negative out there, negative groups, misery love company, man. Them folks with the burner on their lap, with the switch, they ready to slide. All of that is misery in that car. Even from the frequency of the music being played is a low domination that's making them, crash out, like they say. See? My ex best friend tried to steal. Look at that, man. And we talking about real friends, real folk that, yo, when you enter my crib, first of all, you're not supposed to let everybody into your crib. That's your energy, right? That's your zone. So whatever you bring into your household is going to replicate. So if you bring somebody that has that nasty energy, you wondering why your little kid is snapping once in a while. You wondering why you wake up and you guys are arguing already, just because of that leftover energy. So be careful who you bring to your home. But if I bring you to my home, that means a lot. That means the world to me because in street code, you never want motherfuckers to know where you live, where mommy live. My mommy good, man. I'm so grateful that I never got into, you know, so much superficial-ish that it got back to me like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folk respected my mom's, even though, she was very hard on me, tough love type shit. But I till this day, I love my mama, man. You know what I mean? We don't understand how hard it was for our parents to live in a world that it was designed for them to fail, you know? And especially at that time with the whole immigrant crisis, and they were people don't understand the stereotypes back in the days. If you were Puerto Rican, you was they called you SP. It was a bad word, and then they said all you did was rob radios. If you was so and so, all you did was crack. If you was you know what I'm saying, they would go ching chong. You know what I'm saying? They would play around. You know what I'm saying? So back in the days was bad when it came to races and shit. And I felt like, yo, we come a long way to this point, but I know it's still around. I know folks definitely judge by the color of your skin and not by what you could offer them. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's positive. But word, Frank, have a safe trip. Jealousy is just being envious about things you don't have. Just work hard to get what you want. Talk to God and let Him guide you to the right paths. Frank, you always talk with amazing words, man. And that's exactly the message I'm, rambling about. It's like, yo, man, you gotta, you know what I mean, allow it to work. It doesn't Rome wasn't built in a day, man. Rome was not built in a day. A lot of these civilizations weren't built. Yes, we have, the sarcophagus, whatever. We have the remnants of these old, you know what I'm saying, civilizations. But yo, man, a lot of this it takes time, man. It takes time to build greatness. Trust me, it does. And if and this is where I say Zay Dollar, man. You try to find maybe five crafts, and one or two of them you really indulge your life in. If it's mechanicry, if it's engineering, if you want to be the greatest waiter, the greatest chef, whatever it is, those you make sure you have two so you can fall on, right? And then you also have three that you dabble in. We call that hobbies, but some hobbies are, you already know, you know what I'm saying? If you hustle the right way, some of those hobbies are, you could benefit financially. But jealousy, I need to talk about it because I need folk to know now that it's coming to Mother's Day, that's a day for the ladies. Stop trying to take they shine. Stop arguing. Stop trying to gloat to the young daughters, to the young sons, to everybody. Stop. Let the women just get their day, man. Go get them flowers, man. Go get them a little bracelet. Depending on how much your mama mean to you, try to do as much as you can. And if you don't got paper, yo, give her a card, give her words. You know what I'm saying? Do a throwback, make a macaroni card, man. Maybe she'll laugh at that. You heard? But yo, let's be grateful and thankful that we did have some women, I would say a nice amount, that loved, cared, sacrificed, and raised good kids, man. And Papa Bear, you can't do it without the other. But the nurturing effect. Too much nurturing, you're an emotional wreck. But just the right amount of sazon, you good. You're good, man. You know what I mean? But what up, everybody? $8, random. We talking our ish, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to, get that out of mind to you. And let's have a good Sunday, man. Since childhood. Jealousy is just, hold on, Frank, have a safe trip. I already told you, I'm ex. Okay, okay, I'm catching up. I'm catching up. Did you see that white chug it and spin around rising black? He's saying, yo, and then D. I wanted to discuss this guy. I don't know how YouTube is gonna, maneuver this one, but there's a character out there. Yes, his name is Chud, man, and he decided to go around low poverty, or let's just say just neighborhoods that were filled with a particular race. And he decided to go over there and say, harsh and the and doing all this nonsense, man. We already know the tensions between you guys is out of here. I know you guys put a good face on. A lot of people, play their role, but we know, man. We know, man. We know what's going on for real, for real. You understand me? So I don't want to touch too much on it because it is a sensitive topic, but it's wow, man, how there's a certain demographic that could literally get monetized until they're not, right? But that's after pushing the envelope. As soon as I had a video with an L, motherfucker, you ain't went on karate chopping me, man. I was like, yo, get him out of here, man. And all that video was supposed to show you guys was like, yo, Zay, I'm me, man. I shut this off. I'm burning in. I'm laughing. I'm having a good time. You know what I'm saying? But and then I saw another video about this one gentleman that had a video that was he does gaming, and he put out a video that was about, like, I think it was like an autopsy game, and he had a little scene in it that got him they had to put an age restriction or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, hold on here. There's 20 other videos online of a certain demographic, let's just say, and you didn't even strike them. And then he finds a big YouTube guy, his joint. He had the same scene in it and didn't. So they, long story short, just look into that. It is what it is, man. But yeah, man, I want to bring, let's just change the course. I'm sorry about the jealousy stuff. I just saw this Young Thug thing, and it just gets, it rubs me wrong when now you want to speak and gloat about my name while when I'm gone. But when I was alive, you was throwing dirt on it. You know what I mean? They definitely monitor. If you want to grow anything in life, just make sure your roots are strong enough to get you going. That's a factory. Are you a sports bettor? No, top dollar. You know what I mean? I look, I love sports. I think that does have an interesting fun factor when you bet with people, you know what I mean? I like betting in person, but I think the gambling epidemic is just real, man. I seen sites that you could literally bet on anything. They were betting on sperm races, you heard? So, you know what I mean? If it's almost like red blue, right? As long as it has like an opposite or there's like a race involved, yeah, man, we gonna try to, you know what I'm saying? Word, R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan, man. And I didn't like how Atlanta. Remember, this is Atlanta that they low key Bati boys, not all of them. And then this is Atlanta that when just a couple, maybe decades ago, Atlanta was this unity. That's why you guys were winning. Why did everybody have to take a little a cliff note from Chicago? Let Chicago be Chicago. They want to smoke ops. They want to bang on each other. Let them. You know what I mean. Let whoever want to do that. You know what I'm saying. But Atlanta, you guys aren't, killers. You guys was like nice folk. It was always like that hospitality love. Folk used to love going down south, but not thanks to the Prince Juniors and Houston always, you know what I mean, bringing this weird influence. You guys aren't mafia. First of all, you can't be mafia because you don't stand by that code that starts with the N. I forgot what it was. Not Naruto, something like that. Nasueto, something like that. It's like a word that means like, you never snitch, you never, women and children, you don't touch. Like there's a lot of rules. The mafia, they didn't, there was, the mafia was very stringent on not selling drugs. They made sure they got their money every other way. And then when they got dirty money, you know what they did? They bought into the program so they could clean it with real businesses. Till this day, they have unions in New York City based upon, let's just say, allegedly the mafioso. You heard? Say all day, what it do? What's going on, Chorus World? What's poppin', Chorus? How you doing, man? I don't know if you a mommy, but happy Mama's Day to your mama. God willing, she's still, you know what I mean? You already know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just shouting out, the ladies, and I hope everybody has a great day. But what's up, Chorus World? Thank you for rocking with me. Oh, Juanito, yeah, what's poppin', Juan? Yo, good looking, everybody, for the thumbs up. Like I said, we about to get the 10 ball before the half hour. Let me find out. Good looking, everybody. I appreciate that everybody, digging what I'm saying right now. You know what I'm saying? We just having that real conversation. I don't know, Zay, ATL over there is real, Zay. Now, Juan, look, what can I say? Like, there's always going to be a pocket, right? There's always bad apples. There's always, what I mean, real, real recognized real. But what I'm saying is a majority of them were dancing. Yo, look up Drewski. He has a video about ATL and how they were the Soldier Boys. Crank, like they were dancing and shit. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not jacking it. But in New York City and fucking Philly, niggas was, what I'm saying? We had our own. It is what it is, man. I'm not trying to say we the most gangsterous or we the baddest motherfuckers. I'm only 5'10", nigga, 150. You know what I'm saying? But what I am saying is there was this uh how can I say, like, let's just say maybe it was just a judgmental thing about ATL. Like they were just good people and they show love, and they were hospitality driven. Down south was like I'm being honest, man. Whenever we heard down south, you went to VA, South Carolina, North Carolina, you went to Atlanta, Georgia, all these little pockets. It was like hospitality. They were nice to city folk. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm too old, you know what I'm saying? Yesterday business are moving out of Chicago. I saw an article. Yeah, NAD. Chicago did the same thing New York and California did with the raising the amount of items you could steal now. So 4,300 businesses left Chicago immediately. You know what that does for your resource base? You know what that does for your job base? That's a lot of jobs, man, that people are losing. You know what I mean? But I'm like I say, Juan, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Juan. You know what I'm saying? But I'm coming from like maybe I am older. You know what I mean? But how we used to see them was like you guys, and there's nothing wrong with that. I swear to God, there isn't. There happened to be a cross at 2010 to 2012 where everybody wanted to be gangsters or bad. Everybody's not born like that. It's impossible. If you live in the suburbs or if you come, like you see, perfect example, random King Ti son. Let's talk about it. Mr. Pikachu, Mr. 4'9", talking like he's 7'8", man. Yo, sometimes you just, this is what I mean about knowing your role, knowing your place, knowing where you is, man. Yes, you got the bacon. Yes, you financially good. So aren't you supposed to tell the kids how good it feels to be financially good? Why are you trying to revert or reverse yourself and go back to the hood? The hood is where you don't have money. The hood is where we're trying to struggle and survive. The hood is where back doors happen. The hood is where things happen, like taking your chain, little nigga. I don't care how many times you went to your grandma's house, man. It doesn't make you thing. You see, I was born and raised in East New York, man, but we moved to, Jersey, and then we went to Carroll Gardens. If you don't know, Brooklyn, New York, South Brooklyn, Carroll Gardens was mainly Italiano. It was a beautiful neighborhood. I'm a good kid. I'm a good kid. Yes, I dress the way I dress, but that's why I like black and other people when they say how you dress doesn't mean who you are. These are just clothes, man. You know what I'm saying? Fact, Zay, word up. Atlanta is new San Francisco. Let's talk about it, Frank. A ghetto dude wearing a dress, acting gangster with a switch. Get the fuck out of here. That's a fact, man. And look, we're not saying you have to be this image, right? But we are saying you guys are good kids. Look at the rapper thing. Little Yachty, Migos, King, all these kids grew up in nice places. In Atlanta, supposedly the Migos and all of them, they grew up in a lot of them went to even Tupac Shakur, a lot of them went to freaking, these high-end schools, these dope high schools. They had love in the house. That why you think they can articulate? Why you think they're so good at rapping? Rapping, you need to articulate. To those that can't, that's where mumble rap comes from. Non-educated folk that don't know how to put words together but make sure it sound good. And 50 Cent gave up that gem. 50 Cent said, you know why my shit is so simplistic and I do melodies, right? He says I do melodies because wherever I go in this world, my song is still gonna rock because they listen to the melody. Doom, doom, doom. It's the birthday. You know what I mean? It's your birthday. Like, yo, what's going on, cheeseburger? Al Pacino grow up in the Bronx. Yeah, yo, look, some folk, have the story. Some folk have that passion. But isn't it beautiful that Al Pacino in the Bronx grew? You're supposed to show folk growth. To Will Smith kids, stop. Don't let this fame get to you too much. Yes, you have money. But let's start with the thug. That's why I like those kids because they were doing music that was kind of their flow, right? So let me not even say them. You know what I mean? Shout out to them. You know what I mean? I just don't like that he wore a house on his head. It screams mental. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Good looking, good looking. Thank you, everybody. Let's get that 10 ball. Let me get that 10 before half, man. Look, somebody give me that thumb up before. Yo, we got like 30 seconds. Let me get the. What up, everybody? Oh shit. I'm over here joking. I'm multitasking. I gotta do my lawn. Gonna take this walk with me, man. Y'all gonna take this walk with me? I gotta go get my laundry, man. Can y'all try to keep up a discussion or something while I go do this laundry, man? Chorus, how are you? Good looking, good looking. Thanks, facts, Frank. If you're talking about lyrical rappers, I also have to get Nas in there. That's a fact, man. You definitely gotta throw Nasito in there, man. It's a hot one, I'll tell you that, boy. Just give me 22 seconds, y'all. It's just that it make no sense to like clip and then, you know what I mean? Get that thumbs up for doing laundry live. I'm the first streamer to do laundry live, you heard? I got my little staircase. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just shoot it like that. But what up, y'all? Facts, Frank. Yeah, house on the head. Yeah, right. I really dig that. What's going on, Pop? I really dig that. Like they do, you know what I mean? They got college courses and stuff like that. Like, and then Tupac, yo, think about it like that, y'all. Tupac has his own curriculum in some colleges, man. They use his lyrics to, you know what I'm saying? But let's do it like this, y'all. What's going on? I just, I got a cool landlord. He does his thing. Shout out to my landlord. But yeah, man, there's a good little spot. You know what I mean? As long as I always say, as long as you respect where you live and you know you ain't the boss out here, you know what I'm saying? You could live comfortably, man. Everybody want to bring that energy everywhere they go, you know. I just love dancing. I love music. I don't think people understand when you're in, New York, you're on the subway, so you listen to your music, you know what I mean? You're constantly, with the headphones. So we have this very close relationship with music. But thank you everybody for watching me take out my clothes and I'm doing my thing, y'all. What's going on? What's popping? Please stay here, everybody. Chrissy was good. Yeah, he is a genius. That's a fact, y'all. Nas, I think. But okay, okay, okay. I just got a few more and then we out of here. This thing is gonna be heavy as hell. And then we'll get right back to it, y'all. Please stay there. Say, dog, I'm trying. Random with the laundry. This my life really is random, man. You can't make this up right now. But I ain't one of those, just to leave your clothes. Like you never know somebody wants to use it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta be a good human sometimes, you know? What up, y'all? And then you come over here, you just check those joints. All right, we off. I'm gonna try to do one of these jammies. All right, you can still see me. What up, y'all? Yo, thank you for everybody that's still in the building. Try to come up with a convo. What's your five greatest rappers? I'll go. I'll go. Kanye. I'll go Drake, Kanye, Nas, and these are all alive because you can't mix the dead. That's Biggie, Pac right there. But Eminem, and I might throw in Lil Wayne, but his drug use. You know what I'm saying? I might even say freaking Rick Ross. Rick is pretty nice, man. This shit is heavy as hell, yeah. Ooh. Oh shit, the phone fell. Oh God. Huh. That shit live too. Yo, this ain't the realest channel in the world. Yo, XXX Tension. He shouldn't have been outside by himself thinking that he was 8 foot. This is what I mean about knowing your weight. A lot of folk got that Napoleon complex going on. You, you know, you you know what boxing has weight classes? Cause you can't have a 6 foot go against a things will wash you. Hold on, y'all. But yo, thank you everybody. We're gonna get right back on course. I'm sorry about that. A nigga need to stop smoking cigarettes. I feel out of shape. I'm gonna take this do rag off too. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Hiya. Okay, I'm so sorry, everybody. And then I'm gonna have to dump that shit out on the bed later. But what's going on, man? It's $8, random. Good looking, man. I'm back. But yeah, man, XXX, he shouldn't have, had that 50 and then you fought over it. Let them take it, man. Let them take it. In fact, jump out the car. Let them take everything, homie. That's what time I'm on. If they got the drop. But this is why you don't you know what I'm saying? You don't put yourself in weird situations, you know what I mean? Damn, the laundry place next door, that was quick. Nah, yeah, cheeseburger. I don't know if you know in Cali, they got their little communities that everything is like, you know what I'm saying? You poor. Now, I don't even think you could say that to folk no more. I don't even think, unless you see me get the laundry and then jump back in my car and then I'm like doing the live in my whip because I live there. Yeah, I think that's poor. But you can't say anybody that has a crib is poor no more, especially with these rent prices. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I don't know if you were trying to be funny or whatever. That's dope in Cali. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yo, it's weird because New York has that too. Like if you're in good high rises, they have laundry centers. Like my man, check this out. My man was in a high rise. They had a movie theater, a gym, a store, and a laundry thing in his building. Tell me that's not crazy. A theater. But if you pay for the you pay this bacon. That's why a lot of these luxury, I don't know if you know, these luxury apartment places are really good. Yeah, they might charge 33,000, 3,500, but yeah, you have a lot of cool amenities. Your car is in a garage. You don't have to worry about psychos. You know what I'm saying? But thank you. What's going on? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Empress, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing, man? What up, Cheeseburger? Once again, I'm gonna say what up to you and emulation, man. It's all good, man. You know what I mean? That I think the definition or the classation or like, that it's funny because like I don't care if you could have a million in your bank right now. You're still in this realm. You're still paying bills. You're still doing, you know what I mean? You're still subscriptions. You still drive a car that has four wheels, right? Yes, the inside might be more luxurious than mine, but it's still the same car, man. That's why I think folk that try to keep up with the Joneses lost touch with reality because a lot of the things that you think you have, we have. There's nothing extra. Maybe the most I say is the food. Like I think they are eating fresher food, let's just say. But who knows? Even I feel like, those high rise restaurants want to give a little sticking to some of these folks. So I don't even think this shit is fresh either, man. Thank you, Cheeseburger. I always shout you out, pa. Everybody's feeling the crunch of our government. That's a fact. So I don't want to hear you got the bag or you doing, right now, all you can say is I'm happy to have a job and I'm happy that I'm not living in my car or living in a hotel or living on Skid Row or doing something on Kensington, Walking Dead alley. You know what I'm saying? Like you just have to be grateful for the little things. That's what I mean about y'all kids not understanding that part. I know, yes, everybody wants to be in a mansion. Everybody wants a butler. Everybody wants the McLaren. Everybody wants to drive the newest Cybertruck with the wings and it turns into a dildo. Everybody wants to do that. Yeah, 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 I get it. I get it. I get it. But if you know the game, you know every fucking year they're gonna come up with a new fucking bullshit whistle to put in the car to make you guys get all fucking, wet. It's like a car's a car, man. And in fact, you should start buying cars that are less, the lower years, because these cars nowadays are gonna literally shut off on you. And I don't want to hear it because statistics show that a lot of us aren't paying our car insurance. So stop acting like you're balling just because you have the truck for now. A lot of people don't understand. You're just renting. All you're doing is renting for a while. So, we gotta live with it within our means, man. Yo, cheeseburger, yo, good looking, everybody. Yo, I just try to, you know what I mean. A good laugh goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean. But like every day, it's like the little boo boos, different color, little hat, different thing. Everybody wants the same but different, newer. It's like with even with the Pokemon cards, you know what I'm saying? Like, little do they know it's just a piece of cardboard, and you know what I mean? And real money's getting exchanged for this stuff. And let me tell you, the bubble, how silly they're gonna look in like 15, 20 years when shit is like real, where niggas are like wiping their ass with Pokemon cards, like, cause that's your toilet paper now, you know what I mean? So be careful what you invest in, be careful where you put your money in, that's a great one, a dope little segue, a topic to discuss too. I don't have no financial investments. I don't have no put your money over here. My money is put your money underneath your mattress, man. Put your money, get one of them little safes, put it in your closet next to the Tulio Julio, and then start stacking your bread. You heard? But be quiet about it. Don't tell your mans. Don't tell your girl. Don't tell nobody. You got this little safe that got 40 racks in it. Shut your mouth. That's another thing. Everybody wants to show off until niggas are knocking on your door. Yo, you in there? Yo, yo, where's that? Yo, hit the numbers. Yo, hit the number. Hit the number. Like, be quiet. Be quiet. We got into this weird Instagram showing off, and that's where we go back to the jealousy. That's where we go back to be careful who's in your circle. That's where we go back to the back doors that are happening, where you can't even trust your fellow person, your friend no more, your fellow girlfriend, your fellow, you know what I mean? Yeah, these houses are getting hit. I just saw a video about people are going into the Millionaire Grove section of like Cali, I guess, right? And a lot of these Cali folk that got millions are just old folk chilling in a chair, rocking away. All the bills are paid and they have nothing to worry about. But people outside of, you know what I mean? I think they want a receipt. You heard? But what's going on, Fire? Much love, much love. Thank you, thank you. Happy Mommy's Day to your moms or you, whatever you got going. But I just wanted to say that. And yeah, man, what's going on, Fire? What's up, Hashana? I'm peeping everybody, man. Backdoory, you heard, cheeseburger? Tat, as technology gets better, the more expendable we are becoming. That's a fact, Tat. What's going on, Tat? Welcome in the building, man. Happy Mom's Day to your wife or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yo, have a great day, Tat. So they're going to blow the whole thing up. It's over. Avengers Endgame. That's a fact. Parliament been fighting over those Pokemon cards. That's a fact. Cheeseburger, these goofies be faking the funk. That's a fact. Good looking, NAD. Nah, ain't a crib. Shit, we need a more concern about AI. Yo, that's a fact, NAD. Yo, let me tell you, Nene, this AI situation, folk don't understand. It's not, its major influence isn't to take your job, it's to take your spot. Once again, the AI, his job is not to take your job, it's to take your spot. We literally are going into an age where I'm gonna be lined up to get my fucking food, whatever scraps they're gonna give me at 60 something, 70. And within that line, I'm gonna see robots behind me. I'm gonna see robots initiating the line. I'm gonna see robots uh putting slop on a tray. Thank you. Next. Can I get a piece of biscuit? Next. Wait, hold on. Let me see if his credit score can get him a biscuit. Yep, he gets a biscuit. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yo, they doing us dirty, man. They doing us dirty, man. And who's calling for these things? Who's calling for acres of land to be designated for these data centers? Who is signing these bills? Who is promoting or allowing this to happen? So what? In 50 years, we're gonna have buildings that are like getting stripped for copper or whatever because this ain't going. Yo, people gonna snap, man. It really is Terminator 2, man. It's us against Skynet. You heard? What's going on, Fire? We're all going to become the slaves of AI, Nene. That's a fact. I'm so happy I'm at the finish line. Ooh wee. I'm gonna be one of them old niggas fighting with the robot. Yo, yo, whoa, whoa. Get it back in line, sir. Fuck this shit, nigga. I ain't doing this no more. Like, that's why we need to do it now. Cause we already know what's happening. We see the line coming. We see the setup. We see the alley oop. We see how, yo, isn't it funny? Random. Guess what Mr. Orange did yesterday or today? He leaked or not leaked, he put out videos of UFO, whatever they call that, starts with a D, disclosure. Can we all thank you for the 11 thumbs up? Yeah, what's going on here? What's pop? Yo, can we talk about that? Donald, um, bah! Yo, Mr. Orange came out with the disclosure like UFO joints. Yo, this is, I told everybody 2026 is the all-time distraction mode. This is straight up distraction. We looking over here and they putting a whoopee cushion right on our seat. And once we sit, the joke's on us, man. The joke's on us, man. I be having some ill analogies, man. Please, somebody make a t-shirt. Nah, but what up, everybody? Jesus will come before that. What's going on, Ridge? Amen, amen, Ridge. But what up, folk? I hope everybody doing good. Once again, have a great weekend. Let's please be aware of our surroundings. Make sure your antennas are up, and please be safe. Let's just hold that for like the word of the year. You know what I mean? Be safe, because you don't know nothing no more. You know what I mean? Back then, at least you had to be in the bad, like in like, but that's where you used to have that wrong place, wrong time, right? You was in a wrong place at the wrong time. That's why. But now you could be at the right place at the right time and still end up, you know what I mean? So, I'm praying. I talk to God. I make sure I keep my connection and my tether strong with Him. You know what I mean? Just people, look at Avatar. There's a lot of tethering with Avatar, and I feel like we used to tether to our nature. I feel like we used to tether when times got rough. We allowed nature to help us get through this. You know what nature's given us? A lot of desert, a lot of freaking, right? A lot of ice in some areas, a lot of bad weather, so you can't even keep crops good, windy. Yo, yo, this world, and mind you, if we go back 100, 200 years, this place was beautifully green, man. They say the Sahara Desert used to be beautiful. Egypt used to be a forest, a jungle, they said. So now I feel like, religion does coincide, man. They talking, earth, mother nature, they all getting father time upstairs, they all getting together and they're like, yo, look how they treating us, man. We gave them all the resources, and instead of sharing it, they want to fight amongst each other for it. Instead of helping each other, they want to hurt each other. You don't think this is being seen by somebody out there? This is one of the worst TV shows. Very entertaining, I'll tell you that. But it's bad how we treat each other. It's bad how there's no more love. There's no more. I know, I understand it's me versus you type ish competitive market, but they, you know what I mean. It's, I know we're in survivor mode, but damn, man, I hope I conglomerate a cool group of folk that, two things: we love each other, but we know how to get down. Like, we know how to defend ourselves too. That's all I want. I don't want creeps that when you go to sleep they back talking you. Yo, let's do what they used to do on pirate ships where they all got together and try to, throw the the motherfucking captain off the boat and shit. So, you know, a lot of this is built into our psyche, either via movies, music, things you saw. You know what I mean? So a lot of it, when time push comes to shove, a lot of us are gonna go into that, like, and you don't even know why you snapped in. I forgot that movie that it starts with an M, that it was like that, like the something something that, like, when the dude heard a certain song, he went and pop and did what he had to do. But yeah, man, nice haircut, Zay. You're looking for trim. Good looking, fire. I did it myself. Did it myself. You heard? I'm tired of these barbershops charging me $700 just to trim my mustache, yo. What's going on, y'all? Stay safe. I saw a guy on property at 8 p.m. said he was selling solar panels. Yeah, right. See? Uh-oh. Exactly. Fire and folks still falling for the okey doke. We are going to get dumb and dumber. That's a fact, Tat. Tat, the way, okay, to everybody, we all can agree that the way they are formulating and doing this is very tricky because they're taking education out of it. They're making you dumber and dumber. They're allowing, another thing is society didn't used to do this, which was allowing dumb people to get touch money. Remember that. In my day, you had to be a scholar to really, we used to have, what was that thing called, man? Like when like the well, I forgot what it's called, but it's like every year or whatever they give like a scientist this prestigious award, um the Pfizer, the something, right? And they give them this prestigious award, not because of how much they sold or what they would, just because of the theories and the things that they cured or whatever. But yeah, man, we used to really have a touch on intelligence. We used to Nobel Prize. Thank you, Nene. Thank you, co-host. I appreciate you, man. We used to have our finger on intelligence, man. I'm telling you, think about it like this. Watch X-Files, watch Star Trek. Yo, those shows were smart. Look at Seinfeld. Even our comedy was smart. Yo, man, everything was smart, man. It was cool to be smart, man. And they rewarded you when you were. Like they told you, look, if you smart, you continue, you get 4.0, whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? You graduate with that slash and you get to, valedictorian joint. Yeah, we got you in life. So these kids are feeling a little bit, like, yo, we feeling gypped. But I think our curriculum is not that, it's not what it used to be. Like by high school, junior high, they were already implementing college courses into your curriculum. If you paid for it, by high school you was already in college. You heard? Facts, fire. N- thank you, everybody. Zara put a comment earlier. Read it. My mind was blown about it. Thank you, Frank. Oh, wait, in this right now? Hold on. Backdooring doesn't sound right. Backdooring. As technology, I'm going. You do you, boo boo. Yup. Okay, much love, brother. Everybody feeling the crunch on. Yup. You poured, damn, the laundry. Maybe you said you left it on a thing. All right. But what up, fire? Let me see. Nene, it's David and Goliath. We would just dig our heels and then keep our faith. Yeah, connect to the real. And that real level. And that's another thing, man. They try to pretend that you crazy. They try to pretend that you don't know what you're talking about. They try to make you feel like the things you saying aren't coming into tuition. They try very hard to, like, pin us against each other. You know what I mean? In every aspect. Like if I don't like astrology, if I don't know, look, if you're willing to learn and you want to learn, that's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? That's fire. But a lot of us don't know stuff, you know what I mean? And instead of just judging each other and knocking, we, like, not my audience, but you know what I mean. I hope this message gets out to people that feel the same, like, yo, I'm getting judged, I'm not this type of person. So there's ways of maneuvering, dressing differently sometimes. You know what I mean? It sucks, but it is what it is. We had to have certain grade point to graduate. That's fact. They lowered it through the years. Look up the Thoth prophecy. It predicted what happened to Egypt and is relevant for our time. Thank you, Tat. And Thoth is a real one, man. Those Thoth, the paper, the prophecies on Thoth. Remember, he was a very important figure in the Egyptian days. You know what I mean? Thoth. I always used to love that name, man. But thank you, Tat. I'll look into it. You know what I mean? My wife definitely, you know what I'm saying, is very informed. Let's just say. But thank you, Tat. If it's not race, it's political, sports, etc. And then at every angle. Once again, in my day, it was politics or religion. And those two you didn't discuss at the dinner table. So you hardly got into any debate or any type of, friction as you discuss stuff. Everything was a lot of laughing, everything was a lot of agreement, a lot of oh, that's what that is, Pops. So that's what that is, son. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of like, we were strengthening our swords, right? Like a sword sharpens a sword, meaning your knowledge. You know what I mean? But if you're around dummies, guess what? You're gonna sharpen nothing. In fact, you're gonna sharpen two wood. It's gonna spark fire, and you guys are gonna, crash out. That's all that happens now. I was talking about it. Saw a video a few days ago, and it's bots. People are actually ordering these bots that look like people, and it's freaking crazy. It is, Frank, because the synthetic skin and how close they truly are getting, and the fact that a lot of guys are alone. A lot of men out there are alone. They don't know how to converse with these new age women. You know what I mean? A lot of women are very masculine nature. More masculine than some of these dudes now. So it's very hard. You know what I mean? And I understand a woman wants, my thing is a lot of women want the 6 foot, 18 figure nigga. And that's just, if you look up percentages, that's a very small percentage. Hence the reason why a small group of men be smashing big groups of women. You understand? Frank. You know what I mean? Like everybody knows statistics and numbers and shit. My peoples ain't dumb on here. Constantly fight. Yep. And then I like how you at least said that though. At least I like how you at least said fist fights. Because I don't think, let me know, am I back? Am I back? I'm gonna go back to this, my stationary, and let me know if I'm back. If not, I don't know what just happened, man. I'm so sorry. In the Bible, it states, I'm glitching. I can only see black. Damn. All right. So you look, I'm a dead it. Let me know if I'm back, everybody. Just let me know if I'm back. You're back. You're back. What's going on, fire? What's popping? I'm glitching. So sorry, everybody. You're right, Nene, and that's what the government wants. It's so sad. It is. Thank you. It means nothing to these youngsters. You're speaking too many truths. Yeah, man. It's bugged out how, um, like we was so family. Like your cousins, everybody came over. Because of this rent crisis, now we're all spread apart just because we're trying to find pockets where we could live and sustain and thrive. That's another thing. If you're from a family where your family likes to thrive and shit, usually your family's spread apart. If you guys ain't thriving, everybody on the same block. You heard? No disrespect. But they really pushed us into separating us. They deliberately had jobs where the dude no sound. Oh. Damn, what's going on? Am I back? I don't know, YouTube. Oh, I wasn't back. All right, here we go. Let me know if it comes back on, man. Maybe this is a debacle sometimes. That's why I need a little dude here. I need a little nerd, you know what I'm saying? Little brainium cranium with me. Must just say 85% on connect. There we go. All right, let me know if I'm back, everybody. It's all planned. You're back. You're back. Thank you, Fire. Thank you, Nene D. But yeah, Nene, you ain't lying, man. This whole thing. And folks, yo, Zay, I'm about to jump on this plane. Yo, everybody, Frank, stay safe, Frank. Yo, have a safe flight, man. I see you either Monday, happy Mom's Day, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Yo, salute, bye. Yo, get home safe, man. For real, for real. What up, Frank? Get home safe, bye. Peace. Yo, be good, Frank. Have a great one, man. Have a safe flight, for real, for real. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Thank you, Frank, for like, you know what I mean? You're a real one, man. I appreciate you. Yo, what's poppin'? Yeah, talk to me, fan bow. Frank, yep. But isn't that weird? The more we had technology to bring us together, the more it pushed us apart. It's the weirdest ish, man. And then you're having internal battles because now you go on somebody's gram and you're like, yo, can I borrow $5? And they like this with a stack. Nah, man, I don't got it now. All right, my dude. Yo, have a great day, man. Motherfucker, like, yo, I don't got money, man. Yo, you owe me $100. All right, man. Next week, man. Next week comes, nigga on the gram. He in DR and shit. Yo, having a great. Yo, it's bugged out, man. It really is. You know what I'm saying? But what up, fan bow? Happy Mom's Day. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that to say it. You know what I mean? But What up, folk? I hope everybody doing good. You know what I'm saying? Stay solid, stay safe, and everybody, once again, Frank, have a safe trip, man. But it's really diabolical out here these days. And once again, it's a web of confusion. It's a web of deliberate confusion, man. Like literally, they're making people pick sides when you don't have to pick sides. The only side there is humanity. I don't know why we needed this Democrat Republican thing only to just split us up more. And then it doesn't even split it 50-50. It splits it and like you could go to the next town and that whole town is a blue state, red state. Like what? You know what I mean? And deal with certain things that come with that. Don't have stickers on your car that say I vote for this dude or you know what I'm saying? Yo, people are losing it, man. I hate when people try to floss on people. Fan bow, that shit is corny, man. Like I try to tell folk, look at my baby pictures. Just look like I always try to. I was a fly little nigga, you know what I'm saying? But New York fashion rules. That's all I want to say. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, there's some folk that literally, as soon as they get a new car, let me go pick up my nigga that's hurting right now. You know what I mean? And then let me ride, let him enjoy it and shit like that. And then, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Some folk really do it to hurt folk. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. Like you say, flossing in front of, like, stop flexing. Like, you don't have to flex no more. We all know, like, once again, we all in the same. First of all, you chilling like with us. So you got to be like hurting. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get into the paper, man, please don't put yourself in those predicaments where you're a target, man. And then I gotta see the news thing say, man got shot in the car, a robbery because he was, flexing on a gram and shit. And yo, random, yo, you saw that Kodak Black joint? Yo, immediately, this is why I don't like uh streamers sometimes because immediately everybody was parroting or regurgitating the same ish, which was Kodak Black is drug trafficking. Kodak came out today and was like, I'm not doing it. Yo, honestly, sometimes motherfuckers just use a lot of drugs, man. Especially when you got paper and you doing a tour or you going from state to state, you want to have it on you. It's a spider web, and if we don't connect, we will lose. That's a fact, fire. But we will win. Just got to keep up that faith. No, I promise you, we're gonna win, man. As long as I'm breathing, as long as I got my team here, you know what I mean. Frank, have a safe journey. Thank you, everybody. We should neutral but express our concerns. Yeah, man. And that's another thing, yo. That's a great segue right there, Nene, because that's what they're doing. They're making you not have opinions no more. They're making you unable to just speak truth. When I told you they have digital price tags at stores now where they can literally change it on you, is becoming a world where it's based upon money now. And they already know that they're trying to drop the population. They're trying to drop it to a significant level where there is enough jobs for robots and humans. It's a damn shame, man. And it's always like those dystopia movies where the upper class always seems to live in the skies and the lower class seems to be ingesting this smog and all this residue of pollution that you created while you amongst your journey to the billions or trillions at this point. They reevaluate or they put the reevaluation to like Teslas in the trillions. Meanwhile, people are telling you once you buy a Tesla for 60, 70 bands, 70,000, as soon as 2 years go by, that shit is worth 15, 20, man. A car shouldn't depreciate that much that quickly. Yo, some dude was showing a 2024 Mustang. You know, the new ones that had the like a dope little screen in front of the steering wheel. I think it's an EV model. Yo, my man said he bought it for like 48. The shit is worth 20. 20. He lost about 20 bands in 2 years. And he kept it. Yo, his car looks immaculate. I ain't gonna lie. But so so if this is the true price, why are they overpricing us? And why do we need this middleman line between dealership and us? Isn't that the funniest thing? We could order anything from China, anything you could order, man. You could order anything in this world, but when it comes to the car industry, you gotta get it through the middleman. You gotta get it through somebody that has to make 20 bands each sale. And if they make their commission, they probably making five, 8 bands off of you. That's disgusting. And no, I'm not happy that people like the market for the cars are dying and you go every dealership you see, it looks like it's stacked with clean cars, man. You took advantage of working folk. You put and then I seen a lot of videos where the guy's like, yo, I want to trade my car in and then transfer. Well, after you trade your car in, we have to transfer that debt. That's about 30 bands. And now you want to get a 60 band thing. That's 90 bands. And by the time you're done with it, you're going to probably owe 140 bands for something, two cars you don't even own anymore. Yo, this world is wild, man. And then the way they building the automobiles where they don't last. So technically, you're not even wrong because you want a car every 5 years, every, 3, every 10, right? It's not your fault that the car is built out of Legos now. God dang, man. It's $8, random. We outside, we inside, we everywhere, man. Kodak flexing on the ground with the same pocketbook in the car. I know that. Yo, and these folks, you know what's so funny? I be telling folks, so there's a guy called 1090 Jake, end the sentence, right? I don't really like these guys because these guys build cases and they do shit to people, right? So he goes, yo, those are the same scissors that were in the car that was in the Instagram video. And I'm like, stop doing the cops' homework. Just like yesterday, when did it become cool for grown men to start gossiping? It used to be called pillow talk, but it used to be a thing where men didn't gossip. Hey, what do you think about Steve or Bob? Oh, he's a good guy. That's it. Now motherfuckers will go give you his whole life and shit. Yo, my man, like what? Motherfuckers is too female out here, man. Yo, I should see a bunch of fucking women podcasts because that's who gossips. Women, man. For the men, do podcasts that about things trading or teaching, right? Like cooking, yeah, whatever, man. But to see grown men arguing over another man is wild, man. Like nowadays, everybody's talking about Takashi and what his thoughts about Gucci and who's right or who's wrong. Look, they're all rats, man. They all wrong. But my thing is, this is why you don't promote gangster or ghetto-ish. So when things really happen to you, you could take the civilian response. You could just look like a regular civilian by just telling the law what happened. Why did we create this thing that telling that helping the law solve a murder is a bad thing? When do we? And that it'll be they mans, they cousin, they family. Yo, I can't. Yo, I'm not gonna rat. I ain't talking to the law, man. It's like, yo, man, a lot of folk are letting killers walk around, man. And it's like, yo, we gotta start doing the right thing, man. And I'm not saying become an informant, but if you get into a robbery and something happens, I think you're allowed to be like, yo, I think it was this nigga. I seen him with the mask off, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. See, I'm not a extra thirsty chick because I could have been exposed these celebs. That's a fact. No privacy, no loyalty over exposed social credit score is coming. Damn, I know fire. Everything gonna be based upon that number. Yup, talking about pink scissors. Yup, then they did. Yo, my co-host is on it, man. When I used to pick up my guy, if I didn't have money, I used to pay for them. Y'all don't have to pay me back. That's a fact, man, bow. Fanbo. Kodak flexing. Yeah, man. I'm a spider. Okay, we should be neutral. Okay, I'm catching up. That's the fact, man. They really used to be this thing that as long as you were my peoples, and you know what's wild? 2 summers from now, so and so hits you back. So and so buys you food when you needed it, right? Like it always comes around when that good nature is going flowing. You understand me? But yeah, man. There was nothing sucker about buying your friends food. There was nothing sucker about letting your friends sleep on the floor. Now it's just they put in weird things. You ain't a grown man if you like they put in so much un like you know like just stress. They just building all type of weird ways to just like stay miserable. It's just strange. It's like, yo, you could do good for everybody. You could do good. If you're a civilian, make sure you tell the cops what happened, man. We need to start because a lot of times, you'll have one serial killer in your neighborhood, and that's the one that's doing most of the killing. A lot of fucking people aren't killers. Yes, when you're defending yourself, yes, I believe in that. But if you're just like a person that's like, yo, let's get this person and murder them just because they're on a certain set or whatever, and it'd be goofy shit because the kid is 14, so he doesn't really know the history about the gang that much. He's just joining it because that's his block. But no, we got off this op. It's like, yo, make it make sense, man. Whip his ass, you know what I'm saying? Give him a wedgie, but like, don't kill him. We're so quick, and that's emotions. That's these parents raising these little boys with emotional, coddling and letting them do whatever. They're the prince, they're the king, you know what I'm saying? And look what happens. Random, you come out like T.I.'s kid, looking crazy every day. And the reason why I bring him up, and it's not to really bash him, yo. I don't even know him as a person, right? But what I see from him is when we saw him growing up on the TI, that little show they had, he seemed like a cool little kid, him and Major. You actually saw, yo, these kids got money. I hope to see them in the rap game or wherever they choose, but they're gonna get there, right? So knowing that they have this easy opportunity to get in the game, what does little man choose? He chooses to go down the path of I don't got it. You know why ghetto kids act like that? Because they don't have it. Because they probably didn't eat yesterday. That's why, they're asking a man's for a potato chip or they, trying to steal a little honey bun. That's the reality for some kids. So for you that has a silver spoon in your mouth, no, man. We gonna see one day. We gonna see a story. Yo, Ti got back. His little kid. Yo, I don't wish it, but if he's down, if he's chilling around people, chill with Boosie, his kid, cause at least Boosie. But yo, please, if you got money, try not to be around folks that don't have money, because money attracts money. So if your circle is a bunch of money getters, that's why we used to call us hustlers, right? So the hustlers had killers on payroll because their job was only that job. They didn't know how to hustle. They didn't know how to get to the bag. They don't know how to do, get to that, money. So there was a grave distinction in, robbers and go-getters and money and hustlers, right? But once again, not everybody's a killer, man. Not everybody, can sleep with that, pain, man. Why you think they drink lean? Why you think they always high and need Xanax to fall asleep? These motherfuckers got a lot of pain in their body, man. So don't get to the point where you get it. Don't get to the point where you off somebody and you can't sleep. You over here you over here twitching. The system has really gotten sick. Before we were for people, but now we're not. Constantly battling. I know everything is an argument now, man. They're throwing everything at us. That's how powerful we are. That's a fact. They know how strong we are collectively. Example like this live. Yep. Thank you, Fire. Always appreciate you. Absolutely, Fire. That's the lesson folks don't realize. Their father's rich. They're not hungry enough. I know. Dare to uplift and speak truth. I know. I know. It's like and communities. Yep. Build these communities, and then where you live is what counts. I never understood. Yo, we wanted to get out of the hood. My mother got me out of East New York because she knew it was bad. It wasn't a area you wanted to raise your kid. You don't remember that fucking saying? That's not a place I want to raise my fucking kid in. I know. And then right, like I can't even call it because yeah, his kid is even worse. Both of them a silver spoon, but both of them act like they from the block. I don't understand it, man. If I was Boosie kid or Ti kid, first of all, I would speak her. I would articulate better. I would know how to use a spoon and chew with my mouth closed. I would know that only one chain was needed in a cool watch and invest the rest or save the rest and show my dad how much I could. Some of these parents are giving their kids 1,000 every week, man. Imagine if you put 500 of that away. Every week your dad gave you 1,000, 1,000. You know how much you, and then you tell your pops, yo, pops, yo, check this out. I got 30 racks, man. You down? Here, take 10, man. But no, all these kids want to do is literally blow resources down the drain. The most wasteful fucking like I never seen it. They'll eat half a meal and throw the whole thing away. Never did we throw anything away. Our refrigerator had buckets from every fucking restaurant. The Chinese one, the fucking Domino's box was in there. We knew how to save. We knew how to eat leftovers. We knew that every day you couldn't eat a brand new meal. Sometimes you had to open up that topper. But no, man. They gotta have Starbucks. They gotta have the muffin that's brand new. They gotta have the latest iPhone. They gotta have the latest Switch 2. They gotta have the latest everything. You know how much that costs? You gonna pay your parents back? And then how some of these kids pay their parents back is by going to jail. It's by doing some scam. It's by signing their mother name so they could do this, and then and it ruins their parents' credit. Literally, families are dealing with the stupidest generation ever because they're destroying you from the inside out. These little creatures are literally signing their grandmother's name, destroying her credit for a goddamn car with four wheels. Ain't no need for this, y'all. There's no need. Nobody gives a damn. Yeah, you might get a little look. Yeah, yo, that's a Cybertruck. That's cool, man. That's all you gonna get, man. What's going on, Sidewalk? Pleased to meet you, man. Oh, Sidewalk, you know what I mean? That's my nigga. What's poppin', Sidewalk? How you, man? Hope everything good on your end, man. Netherlands, baby, in the building, I think, right? Talk to me, Sidewalk. I hope everybody good, man. Happy Mama Day. You know what I'm saying? Just sending my regards and best wishes. Thank you, everybody, for the thumbs up. You know what I mean? I'm well. Bless you, too. Thank you, man. You one of them ones, man. And once again, man, Voltron, a lot of folk that come in here, Cheeseburger, Sidewalk, on fire. We all connect. Boom, 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 and fit right in, man. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what you want to do, man. You want to feel and do. Fit right in, man. You know what I mean? We could have our laughs. We joke with each other. We bug out. You know what I'm saying? This is that channel, man. And nobody's gonna take it. We got tough skin out here, right? Like we know if I could dish it, I could take it. If I could say, yo, look at this nigga, yo, y'all could talk about my nose. You know what I mean? Hey, but you know what I mean, man. Zay Dollar, random. We outside, we inside, we everywhere. You know what the fuck going on, man? What's poppin', man? One of my favorite places, man, in the morning, man. Give you that 2 hours. Y'all saw me do laundry. We talked about jealousy. We talked about Young Thug and his fakery. Now he want to be talking about Rich Homie Quan. Oh, yo, that's my man's. Yo, you was treating him like crap. You slandered his name. You almost stopped him from getting to the bag, man. So stop it. I don't know why men are more malicious than some females, man. That's emotion. You know, back in the days, grandfathers and our fathers, man, they used to, yo, let's go around this corner. Yo, remember that? Yo, can we, let me talk to you around here, away from the kids. We scrap it out. We come back with bruises and our shirt ripped, but at least we figured it out. We're going to hug it out and we're going to leave it over there where the blood dripped. We ain't gonna continue this. Because if you continue drama, it's gonna snowball effect into, you wanna hurt somebody even more, man. So please, man, just know where you stand, man. And to the short guys, stop with the Napoleon complex, man. I'm 5'10, I'm pretty short myself, man. I know when I see somebody with that cauliflower ear, yo, babe, let's get away from this nigga, please, man. God forbid I step on his sneaker and he put me in a pretzel in front of you. I ain't going down like that. I'm gonna have to kill this goddamn. What up, y'all? Six more to that 20 ball. You already know. You know what I'm saying? This is $8 random where we just discuss everything under the sun, man. And we get to some solutions. We get to great conversations. And we also feel like, it's a good place to be in. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you guys because once again, I just be talking to my iPhone. That's a factory. You know what I mean? So five more to that. Thank you, Nene D. You know what I mean? Fanboy, you said it right. Yeah, Fanboy. Some of those parents like the kids disrespect them and buying them an iPhone every month. Yeah, man. What's that? What's that thing called when there's certain people that like um to get bashed. Like they like the drama all the time, right? So they always like to antagonize shit, you know what I mean? And always create something that's small and make it into this huge fucking, parade. So I don't understand that because you don't know other people's emotions. You don't know you try that shit 4 different times, but the fifth time that dude pulls out a machete and chops your ear off. Like you don't know. You don't know. A lot of people are on the brink of no return. Hence the reason crash out. You see, our words were, yo, we gonna dumb out, yo, we gonna fight. Those are our words. These niggas got a word called crash out. Crash. The only time you use crash is when you're dealing with cars and accidents, nigga. And out is another word that means you're out of here. So they putting words together that is just diabolical. Once again, you got to understand when you put words together. Demon time, crash out, crash dummy. A lot of these words have a true response, a true the frequency. Out. You see how you say out? It's very ah. It's very ah. Crash out. Sorry, yeah, but crash out. You know what I'm saying? So people got to understand their words and the influence they have and the frequency. You know what I mean? Why you think happy sounds like happy? Happy. I'm happy. Smiling. I'm smiling. Like happy. You know. Whatever. All the part. I'm good. I'm bad. Good, good, add, bad. You see, like everything has its frequency. It's it resonates with us, and yeah, man. Just be careful with your chakras. Make sure nobody tries to mess with your energy, because a little bit off, you know how that works. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, fire. Fanbot, you said it right. Parents teaching nothing but greed and jealousy, nothing of substance. Work for it. Pocket watching, save your pocket money, save your dollar. Six more good looking, pop your shit, Z. Yeah, then they good looking. Friday evening and it's raining. Facts. I love rain. Yo, I'm one of those that like if there's rain next to like a little like trees and shit, that smell that it gives, that like forest, like, oh, I love that, man. And once again, we used to really, you see, nowadays they spend so much money on clothes that they can't even enjoy rain because they worried about their outfit getting messed up. But yeah, we used to play in rain, man. It's called a crash out because it's a point of no return. Sidewalk talking. What's going on, Sidewalk? What's popping, man? That folks want pity and conflict 24/7. That's all they want, man. Every day they just want somebody to debate, to battle, to take their anger out on. That's not nice. That's not right. Everything is more, more, more. No patience. Everyone gotta have like yesterday, man. Exactly. You gotta have. You gotta. Know how to act, man. When you go outside your door, you gotta know how to act in public. My mother always used to tell me that. We're not animals. We come a long way from that. So can we at least outdo our ancestors? They used to wear suits and talk all lavishly and my lord and yo, you know what I'm saying? Like yo, I used to like how Shakespeare and them boys talk. You know what I'm saying? Or even in the 1800s, more for the West Coast, not the cowboy. But they crash dummy because they don't have no role models. That's another thing, man. We are losing touch in role models. We don't have any, and the ones that we do have always seem to have some news story about them doing something suckery. So yeah, man, I understand. There's nobody that's willing to stand up, and then when you do, they really get you out of here, don't they? Right? Regardless of the message you're sending, as long as you have a voice and they know you could accumulate a population, they will get you out of here. And that's why I don't play that game too much, right? That's why I do have a like a uh oh, this is like you know how we talk about, certain things I say I don't want to discuss because they're watching, you know? And when you say, I love when people are like nobody's watching. I'm like, yo, they really are. Like word to mother, they watch all of us every minute of their day. You don't think there's a room filled with like maybe 20 people watching maybe thousands of screens? Yes, they pay them handsomely, and they make sure that they try to get as many people doing wrong. Or they just, have a lot of data on us. How many times, whatever, man. Yo, they got people they got people online and they don't even know who took that picture. How am I online? Who did this picture? I'm in the bathroom. I'm naked. I'm so and so. Who did this? What's going on here, right? So it's just it's bugged out, man. Bruh, I swear people seen me for a week because I smiled. Yup. Nah, that people don't fight for no reason. Why would I want to? Yo, sidewalk don't ever change, man, because I'm like that too. And yeah, yo, it's funny how it rubs them bad. Like, yo, good morning. For good morning, like, stop being miserable, man. Just say good morning. If you don't want to say it, then I know not to say it to you anymore. You understand me? So yeah, man, people are just weird. Oh, you can't, smiling if you a man smiling. What you smiling about? Nigga, I'm smiling because I'm happy, something that you would never feel because apparently you don't understand that. You want other men to be miserable like you. Smiling is a good thing, laughing is a good thing. Grown men do cry. As long as you're not doing one of those one of them shits. Ooh, that shit look nasty. A couple of tears, you know what I'm saying? A little but when you baby, I love you. Yo, shorty, she gonna cut you off quick, man. But yeah, man. Grown men are allowed to smile. Grown men are allowed to be, what's going on, Hashana? You're a real man spitting that good energy. That's a fact, fire. There's no unity, loyalty, moral respect, no more. Yup. And everybody swears they got the answer. I got the answer, Sway. I got the answer, Sway. You don't got the answer because you was a billionaire. You messed up with the Yeezy company running your stupid mouth. You was about to be one of the richest rappers ever. You know how much business Adidas lost with you? They said they had warehouses filled with Yeezys, man. But imagine a company willing to take such a loss and just to cut ties with you. You got to stop being arrogant sometimes, Kanye. You got to stop, you in there. So start with the race and all the, we could use that. Niggas that we're still down here, yeah, we could use all that mumbo jumbo talk. But you was running your mouth too much, man. And then it's almost like you knew who was in charge and you was running your mouth to them. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, homie. That was one of the first little sayings anybody heard was don't bite the hand that feeds you. But no, everybody wants to do that. Bite the hand that feeds you. Everybody wants to be a star in somebody else's show. Everybody wants to swear that they built this from ground zero when all you did was co-host, or you know what I'm trying to say? But etiquette was taught to children. Respect the elders, open doors, and be decent. But people are just hooked on the phone. And I don't like the feralness in it. Meaning, you go to a restaurant and they got fucking little kids running around. Fucking control your kid. This isn't a playground. If you want to go to a playground, go to a playground. And then want to have lip when somebody else says, "Hey, yo, you could tell your kid stop running over here." Yo, what you mean? That's my son, yo. That's my little man. If he wants to fucking do cocky on your plate, he could do cocky, nigga. Like what? The fuck up and sit down, nigga. You a bad parent. Sit your stupid ass down. You're only tough because you got the gun. Stop. Sit down. You got no knuckle game. As soon as you get locked up, you tell the whole block to the cop, stop it. I'm tired of it. Yeah, fire. Cause I'm just trying to like, yo. Sometimes you with your lady, you with your family. You trying to have a regular civilized sit down. Everybody, you can still laugh. You can still talk loud. You can do whatever you want. But the running around, the chasing, the we let you could breastfeed. We let certain things slide already, man. But the running around and knocking the forks over and plates. I was in Dollar Tree. Some kid knocked over something that was like glass, and it's like you're not gonna pay them. You're not gonna pay them the whatever $8 that they just sweep it up and but control your kids. Not everything is a running theme park. And then you can't even talk to them because as soon as you bring it up they want to bring up we look, we understand these are your kids, but we also have to as a community make sure we report or say something when we got to, because if the more people speak up, then that lady will be like, or guy will be like, hold on, maybe my kid is out of control, everybody seems to be telling me something. But they don't want to hear nothing either. They don't, you know what I mean. And it's not, it's to everybody. Everybody that don't know how to raise your kids properly. Don't go to buffets. That's where I saw that. Yeah, man, that's just, they turned the buffet into a freaking sesame place. Starts with respect. Go home. It's no restaurant. Yeah. Yo, you know how many times I remember I saw a case. This lady went to work and she left her kid in like a Wendy's bathroom or something. Then I seen another one, they usually leave them in the car. Then I saw another one where she bought movie tickets or he bought, and then the kids were in the theater and they're like, "Where's your mom's?" Oh, she's at work. Or one of them, the lady was in a casino and she left her kids like somewhere else running around and stuff. So it's just bugged out, man. What like addictions and how much there's no more sacrificing. Look, when you have kids you have to put your life on hold, meaning your dream part. The working part you still do because you have to put food on the plate, right? But a lot of people just want to get the easy way out, you know what I mean? And you know I don't know, I don't have solutions, but I do know if we come back to like unity, community, like you guys say, remember community and unity, a lot of those entities, right? And we start acting like a village. And once again, maybe I do have to, when my shit blow up, man, I'm gonna definitely go get some acres of land and tell folk to come, man. Make sure that we build over like a river where we could, get our wells. And then once all we need is solar panels and we could live off the grid, man. And then our kids, our grandkids, our kids will mingle with each other, but actually from us. Imagine that, our kids, because we know we nice folk. We want our kids. So imagine the love, the friendship, the growth. You know what I mean? And that's all kids want. A kid, yo, you give a kid a soccer ball and tell them to go play in the field. They'll rather that than the iPad. I promise you, any day, man. But if you implemented the iPad since birth, guess what? Of course, the attachment, the detachment is going to be harder. We gotta know what we're doing, man. And I know you want to have your time, you want to drink, whatever you want to do, man. I get it, but make sure you just don't throw the internet or this life at them. There's plenty of things they could do. Give them Legos, give them blocks, give them a coloring book. My mother used to love giving me coloring books. Remember coloring books? That used to be a thing. You get the box of 36 or 54, 700 crayons. I think, first of all, that's made up. Back in the days, it was a little box that had about 20 crayons, black all the way to white, right? And yeah, you just color it, and that's the thing. I don't think kids have time and peace to themselves. It's too noisy. If your house is too noisy, your kid is gonna be like this. You understand me? Sometimes kids need solitude. They need space and tranquilo, I call it, which is quietness. When you give a kid quietness, he's gonna, reach for the stars, man. Because that's when he's gonna start using his imagination, his brain more. He's gonna read more. A lot of things come with isolation when you're young. You know what I mean? Not fucking jail isolation. You know what I mean? Starts with respect. Yeah, remember the lady who left her kids at McDonald's playland all day while she worked? I think the yup. That's how you do it. Build your own community. Yeah, fire and him messing with the farming. Yup. Children need to still have crayons and iPads, not one without the other. Yep. Cause yo, there's something beautiful about the coloring aspect. And then remember, nobody puts this together how much things all came in contingent or everything like I always say spider web. Because when you taught the kid to draw between the lines, it told them a few things. It told them how to take it easy, take it slow, learn how to stay in between that line. It builds this little discipline. You don't even know that's happening. That's why I said there was a thing about Toys R Us, that building. Why, Zay? Because when you go to that store and you tell your kid, no, this is for your brother's birthday or this is for so and so's birthday, they have to know that not every day is their birthday. N- some of these parents made it like these kids, the richest kids ever. And living with the Joneses is costly, man. It makes you do a lot of scams, a lot of lies, a lot of crooked shit. You know what I mean? But people don't learn. You're supposed to learn from your mistakes, but a lot of folk don't do that one. But I always say it's something about crayons. Remember Where's Waldo books? Remember Where's Waldo? And then they used to have the scholastic ones that used to have like, on one book instead of just finding Waldo, you had to find a bunch of Waldo eventually did that, where they had a thing of other things you have to find besides Waldo, right? Well, I think they always did that. But I always used to love that. Like, oh, find the cat with the eye patch. And you're like, oh shit. And they got like 7,000 cats, right? And you're like, oh damn. Oh, there you go. He's over here, man. But Where's Waldo, Carmen Sandiego, Crayons, Reading Rainbow, Sesame Place, Mr. Rogers, Ninja Turtles, so many things that had messaging and so many things that were educational, just ripped out of the socket of and I know they still have some of them, but like to Miss Rachel and a couple other people, I don't like how they pronounce words. Like they make it like too kiddie. Like, hey, and they do the 6 7 6 7. No, that shouldn't be in the curricula. It should be 6 7 8. I bet you're gonna have a lot of adults at the line, and the lady's gonna be like, "Oh, your thing is $7. 6 7 6 7. Can I give you 6 or 7? Six? No, it's $7. 6 7 6 7. No, nigga, it's $7. Are you guys on X? Just wondering. No, 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 no. I'm gonna build X. I do have um TikTok, and the only reason I got this is because um my man was like, "Yo, download TikTok," because when they ban it, folks was like selling their phone with TikTok in it for thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? So I try to get in that little thing. But yeah, I got TikTok. I do have X, but I don't remember my password. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of these things were created. I really detached from social media. Like I knew that social media wasn't like a really healthy thing. You know what I'm saying? So I really try to live more than be. But yeah, Twitter. There's a lot of places that were built for like if you use these platforms for what they're for, it's a beautiful thing. You could give your message and your word out there. And I always believe that things go viral somehow. You know what I mean? Like you never know, right? But deleted it because it's really grimy on X. Yeah, and then they did. And folks don't understand. Yo, even me, like I'm lucky I have a cool audience because people post stuff and people are very mean out there. Remember, remember when Christian Rock showed a picture of her kid, how bad they destroyed her, or other folks that have kids that look kind of a little iffy. Yo, these kids are mean. They will literally be there. Sorry, babe, 1111, I love you. What up, folk? I'm gonna do another 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Let's go outside real quick. But yeah, man. I have an account. Thank you for exactly. I don't even use Facebook much. Yeah, Facebook, all those other things. I might do the, post a picture thing just to, my mom. I don't know why my mom and like my uncles and a lot of older people like Facebook, but yeah, I try to, stay there. Once again, today is my mommy's birthday, so that's why I did that thing on YouTube for her, and of course I posted it on my Facebook and Instagram. But I just, I've always been that type of son that always was like, Mom, I want you to know that you were just an important person to me. You know what I'm saying? And thank you, Darius. And I don't think people do that no more. Like, why don't people like fucking, big up folk, you know? And there's no weakness in that. Like they made it like there's so much weakness in showing your teeth. Or it's funny, you can't smile, yet everybody is blowing money on dentures. Make it make sense, goofies. And that's another sucker thing. You were supposed to just keep your teeth, man. You know what dentures are? Dentures are stuff you're supposed to get when you're in your 60s, 70s, nigga. The fuck you doing that now? And then they gotta shave your real teeth, or sometimes say, yo, it's diabolical, man. And even those things have bad things. The teeth fall off. Dentures aren't like, there yet. They get yellow quicker. It's just weird, man. Whatever. Do what you want. You know what I mean? If your teeth are messed up, I understand that though. You want to look good. I have no problem with that. But to the people that had good teeth and wrecked their teeth with gold fronts and shit, and then took them things off, and now wanna, you know what I mean? Just stop fucking with your teeth, man. Leave your teeth alone, man. My kids are grown and aren't on social much. That's a fact. That's what's up, man. Remember that shit? Like your grandfather or grandmoms had a cup with the teeth in it, cleaning itself. That's when those teeth things happen. Not in your 20s, 30s. That's another thing I don't like is the sheeple effect. Like the people out here now, god dang, man. Once there's some type of trend going on, everybody and their mother wants to indulge in it, man. It's kind of goofy, actually, if you ask me, man. Thank you, thank you. It is beautiful out here, California, man. Looks like a Bob Ross painting and shit. But yeah, man, it's bugged out, man. And of course, I'm still feeding, my bird skis and shit. I just got a heart, you know what I mean? I have a heart. I know I may not look the part, but I am a good guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good person. I know you're not supposed to say it because, that's stupid saying too. Oh, you're not supposed to say if you're good. Yeah, sometimes I gotta tell these idiots. You know what I mean? There's a lot of motherfuckers in this world that, you know what I mean? But not to my audience. You know what I mean, guys. But yeah, man. I just started going on live when I found Zay's channel. I'm a recluse since retiring. Oh, Nene, I'm gonna go to your page. So sorry for that. But thank you, everybody. Oh, don't be a recluse. You know what I mean? You're good. Another thing is, as humans, everybody got something to offer, man. That's why I really love the village idea because the village, everybody has a job, everybody has a purpose. When you're in this world, lost soul, miserable, and you don't feel like you have a defining purpose, you're gonna be fucking lost out here, man. Not in a good way either. There's lost meaning like, yo, I'm finding myself. I don't know which career to take. I don't know. And then there's lost, where, you know what I mean? These motherfuckers have nothing to lose. So they got, they'll crash out no matter where. It could be a mall, it could be a fucking daycare. People are animals now. And that's the shit I want to get to. The psychosis in that is like, where do we become animalistic so much? Why do we hate each other so much? We have so much reverence. Meanwhile, people would treat a cat or a dog way better than they would treat a human. And I understand that, but damn, man, you know what I mean? When I was in my like early 20s, I used to have this stupid thing where I was like, yo, I hate humans, you know what I mean? But you grow up and then you realize, oh shit, like humans are, you know what I mean? Not everybody's a bad apple. That's why I like using that like bad apple scenario because, they're good people out here. You know what I'm saying? Be right back. Need to connect to your account. Do your thing, fire. But yo, I'm gonna do. Yeah, I did 105, man. I appreciate everybody. We should have hit that 20 ball, but it's all good. You know what I mean? We almost got there. Usually when my shit goes on replay, I do very well. So I appreciate my audience. I appreciate everybody. And yeah, we had a great conversation. I'm gonna go finish folding that laundry. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Take a shower. I hope everybody, if it's hot, take a shower. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, thank you everybody once again. To the mommies out there, happy Mama Day. To my mama, happy born day, happy Mama's Day. I love you, mom. And wife, I love you to death. To everybody else, what up, y'all? I hope you have a great day. Stay safe, keep your antennas up. You know what I'm saying? You know how I do. And make sure you stay safe. Make sure you stay, we stay with us. And I'll see you guys on Monday. If not, you might see me pop up maybe Saturday, Sunday. You know what I mean? But I appreciate everybody. Um, thank you, Zay. You're a rocket. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. That means a lot. You know what I mean? It really does. And yeah, thank you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why we too cool or too gangster just to be like human, but whatever. You, gang bang on bacon all you want. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you eat don't make me shit, right? Like so and we already see how that life goes. So, continue what you want to do, but just don't bring that energy over here. Zay Dollar random. We outside, we inside, we everywhere. Everybody have a great one, man. Darius. Yo, happy Mom's Day to your moms, man. I'm sorry, I'm out of here. Everybody, Darius in the building, man. What up, D? You know what I'm saying? Love you too, Pa. You have a great day, man. I jumped on your channel real quick. The cat pictures with fire. Continue your baseball and yeah, your journey, man. I'm gonna do Nene. You know what I'm saying? I try to jump around as much as I can. I did fan bow the other day, chorus world. But yeah, I really thank my audience. Thank you, everybody. Cheeseburger, we still in the building. What up, Cheeseburger? Yo, everybody have a blessed day. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe. You know what I mean? And for real, man, stay safe, man. I hope to see y'all on Monday. You know the time. And thanks for the likes, thanks for the subs, and thanks for what I mean. Everybody just chilling, having a good time. You know how we do, Cheeseburger. You already, man. Yo, I'm glad that we be laughing. You know what I mean, Cheeseburger. But bye, everyone. Peace. Everybody have a great day, man. Stay safe. Antennas up. Be careful, man. You know what I mean? Not everybody is like Zay, man. These motherfuckers are crazy. But be good, man. Bye. Later, y'all. Stay safe. Thank you, Fire. Thank you, everybody. Cheeseburger. Darius. Nene. Christy. Everybody. Fan Bow. Frank. Yo, Frank. Have a safe flight. Be safe, y'all. Peace. Zay Dollar. Ran.